Well, we've talked about almost not every NFL team, but quite a few. But one that we have not talked about is the San Francisco 49ers. So I think it is now time for Niners Nightly on the A-Gap podcast.
Oh.
So what we've seen on Twitter happening over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about it last week, even the week before. Trey is still having good days, but he is now starting to have a few bad days. But Twitter is literally on fire, saying that he needs more reps with the ones, specifically Grant Cohn, and everybody in his camp is like, let's see Trey with the ones, start him, let's go. So I just want to ask you guys, I know we've talked about it the last few weeks, do you think the people on Twitter are right? Should we see him immediately with ones and starting, or do we need to like simmer down a little bit and realize like for at least like week 1 through 3, 4, 5?
Everyone on Twitter is going nuts, which is fun. Did you see Grant Cohn and David Lombardi, who's another Niners writer? He's like, Lombardi's reporting the stats that they had, and Grant Cohn's like, report the 2 drops then. They're just like going back and forth like on his little spreadsheet.
Too heavy.
Yeah, too much drama over camp stats, but it's been fun. You know, like Trey's gonna play though pretty quickly. I don't think he's gonna start though till week 4 or 5. I think we should pump the brakes a little bit there. It sounds like Jimmy's had a couple good days.
True. You think he's gonna start as early as week 4?
I think he could.
Wow. I think he probably could too. It
depends, dude. Like we
wild.
said last week, if Jimmy Garoppolo takes a shit
True.
instantly, it's gonna be like, okay, why not just let the kid live with the growing pains and let him make up for it with his athleticism? But
Well, so does that happen right away? Is it like a 1-game thing? Like, you know, Jimmy has a bad game and that's it?
that's the
hard part. Right.
What kind of, like, I think Kyle Shanahan's he's probably laser focused in on whatever he's gonna do, but what is the leash? Like, if Jimmy has a bad series, throws a pick on the first series of the year, is everyone gonna be like, oh my God, fuck this guy. Get Trey Lance in there. And they are. Like, they
the fan base would.
The fan base is nuts.
And yeah, go for it, John.
Well, I was just going to add on to that, just with a guy like Trey in the wings, that literally social media has just shown him just dropping dimes all over and to everybody. And it's just one of those things where there's that's, you know, hungry for that next guy. So I just think, I don't know. I think they should be smart about the length though of the leash. Like don't jump the gun, so to speak. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how far they let him go if he has a bad year. I'm confident Jimmy's going to come out. A pissed off Jimmy Garoppolo, he's going to come out and play some good ball. I'm excited to see him work.
And it's possible that if he stays healthy, he could throw 4,000 yards and 30 tutties. I mean, he had 3,926 in 2019, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. So if he's playing like 2019 Jimmy, I mean, I'm sure Trey will still have packages, but I don't think you can just be like, all right, Trey's ready. See you, Jim. Right?
That's hard to do.
Do you guys have the first couple of weeks pulled up? Who are the Niners playing the first couple of weeks?
I'll pull it up right now.
Start against Detroit. I don't know who it is after that, but
all right.
I heard it's a pretty soft schedule.
If Jimmy throws 3 picks against the Lions, is it time to go?
Against the Lions,
Maybe.
Okay, so it's Lions, Eagles, Packers, Seahawks, Cardinals are the first 5.
So
that's 3 tough games out of 5.
If Jimmy takes a shit in the first week, or he looks okay, like below average the first 2 weeks, you have this big game against Green Bay week 3. Can you really be like, all right, Jimmy, like we're gonna get in a shootout with Aaron Rodgers and you better go get him, or do you just let Trey play?
I bet if in that situation, I think Jimmy would start, and then depending on how he plays in the first half, maybe even the first quarter, then you bring Trey in for a series and test the water.
So the problem, I think, too, is you can't really go back once you start Trey, but you're in a good position to where it kind of makes sense to have Jimmy be the starter and the rookie be the guy waiting in the wings. But once you do that, you can't like, okay, Jimmy's going to start this game and then Trey's going to start this game. You just can't do that.
No, but I'm saying you have Jimmy maybe start the first 7 games, but if he's playing like shit, bring Trey Lance in and light that fire under his ass again. Bring Trey in the second quarter, third quarter, and see what he can do.
It's all going to depend on what he looks like in the preseason and stuff too. So we can't get too far ahead of ourselves, but got a game Saturday. How much do you think both of them play, Jimmy and Trey, for week 1 preseason? Because I want to see them both so bad.
I think Jimmy will get a quarter, and then Trey might get, I hope he gets 2, but it might be Jimmy first quarter, Trey second quarter, and then Rosen the rest of the game.
The Rosen Sudfeld.
The Rosen one.
Yeah,
the Rosen one, dude.
Competition.
Oh, get me started, dude.
I think that's a good breakdown. I don't know. They might be a little more cautious with Jimmy. They might even just give that guy a couple series and then start going to Trey or even, give Trey just a few series too. Josh might get a bunch of time in there, but I don't know, man. I am so torn on the Jimmy thing as far as like when you take him out, like if he's having a bad game against the Lions, I don't know. The thing that sucks is like with our schedule, we have to be playing good ball pretty quick because we're playing we play the entire NFC West like right off the get.
Yep.
So the bar is set immediately as far as like we've got to go out there and at least, I mean, you would hope 2 of 3, right? If not 3 of 3, like we should be at that level of a team, but it's a lot of pressure, a lot of factors. Obviously Jimmy's he's got a tough strength of schedule right off the get, and he's got the young gun breathing down his neck. So it's kind of a weird time, but I think he can focus. Like Matt said, if he plays 2019 ball, I don't think Jimmy should worry too hard. It's going to be real interesting. Football is going to get real interesting real quick.
It's going to be very interesting.
And there's pressure on Kyle too, because not 100%. To bring Trey along, but they have to win this year.
Yes.
Like they had injuries last year, and everybody gets that. But when you've lost 3 out of 4 years, basically you've had losing seasons. It doesn't matter how good things seem peripherally, tight locker room, play good ball. It just doesn't matter. At some point, the fans are going to turn on you if you keep putting losses on the field.
Yeah.
So Kyle has to play it right still.
I feel like Kyle would make a move. He would make a move if the team starts losing, though. Like, I don't see Kyle as the coach who's going to let mediocrity survive on his team.
True.
You know?
Very true.
So he knows the expectations for this team. So you guys have that at least.
And I think that expectation is like NFC Championship or bust.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to get there.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Super Bowl, super. I think, and that's being lenient. Like
not winning, but going.
We should be getting to the Super Bowl, but I think if we're in the conversation with I think it's Niners and Packers are probably the top 2, at least as biased Niners fans, and Bucks, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like we'll see what they can do again. Can they repeat? Yeah, ew. Everybody says ew about the Bucks.
We'll get to that.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. Looking at the Niners schedule, and like this is probably gonna be the last little part of Niners talk. We can wrap it up after this. But looking at the schedule, like I said, you have Lions week 1, Eagles week 2. Sorry, Tom, but those should be 2 easy wins.
Go Birds.
Let's be honest. Packers week 3 is the first test. Seahawks immediately after that, week 4 is another big test. Then Cardinals, which they're not a layup anymore. Like the Cardinals are going to
is
be
it in
legit.
Arizona?
It is in Arizona. Yes.
A bunch of degenerates are going to be watching. They're not even going to be paying attention.
They're not going to be watching, but they'll be there.
Yeah, a bunch of people just betting on games.
In the sports book, dude.
Then we have the Colts without a Carson Wentz, which will be interesting.
That's a win.
Tough defense, though. Tough defense.
Yeah.
Then the Bears.
What if? Wait.
Okay.
What if by week 6, the Colts have made a move to change quarterbacks?
And they take
try and
Jimmy
make a run at
Garoppolo, like we talked about last week.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
dude. Dude, the Trey Lance versus Jimmy Garoppolo game, week 6.
How crazy would that be?
That would be
some
sick.
drama, dude. That's some hot drama. Come on, I need it.
Oh, that would get bumped to Sunday night like that immediately. Yeah. All right, boys. Well, we had Niners Nightly, and 3 of us are Niners fans. There's one of us.
There was actually a few other things I wanted to hit on.
Oh, you want to hit more?
Niners,
all right.
There's
all right.
just a few little things. The Trey Jimmy battle is fun, but it's not all we got. I wanted to ask you guys if you saw the Jalen Hurd news that he's still on the sideline rehabbing his knee. And I feel like I think today was kind of when the balloon really started popping of all the Jalen Hurts truthers being like, it might be over.
It might be over. I mean, it's been 3 seasons and the dude hasn't played a snap.
Yeah.
But
he's so enticing.
He is.
Like 6'5" running back, receiver hybrid, balled out in the preseason, hurt his back, tore his ACL. And then Kyle today goes, yeah, I mean, he's going to have to get back quick or else I don't know if he's going to make the team, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think you can, because it's like the NFL has such a fast turnover rate. It's like you can't take up that roster spot. There's other guys. I'm sorry. I get it. Like the potential that was there, you know what I mean? But it's not the same, but it's like, Josh Gordon, how often has that like come up and not worked out? It's just like sometimes injuries are just they're a real bitch. It's just like I'm sorry you couldn't stay healthy. It's a really shitty thing.
Marcus Lattimore.
Yeah, thank you.
He tore his knee up.
Perfect.
Kind of feels like the new Lattimore
example.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like that. And that's what's sad is it's like and especially when he's on your team. It's like you want him to get a chance, you want him to play, and especially when you've seen that potential out there and you're like, holy shit, like please and thank you, I want that. But it sucks to see, it hurts to see, it definitely hurts his chances. I don't know. This might be the end. It's pretty sad.
It's one of those sad NFL stories where it's an incredible talent, somebody that has so much potential, but injuries plague them.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get out of camp. They are struggling to show their worth because they just can't get on the field, and it's frustrating. And I don't want to talk about NBA yet, but it's kind of like Marvin Bagley, right? Where it's like you have this guy who should be great and just can't stay on the court and can't prove his worth. And it's frustrating, especially because he would fit so well in Shanahan's system.
Yep.
Like you said, being hybrid wide receiver, hybrid running back, 6'5", athletic freak. It would be insane to watch what they could do with him. I mean, Swiss Army knife. Look at guys like Juszczyk that can fit in. Obviously, he's a fullback, but he could fit into a blocking scheme on a tight end side. He can slip out for a pass. Exactly. So it would be really cool to see what they could do with him. However, how long are you going to keep paying this guy to sit on the sideline? And that's the hard part.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just sad seeing Shanahan, like, he's just kind of rehabbing. He didn't feel good today. It's not necessarily anything, but he's kind of running out of days.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. And speaking of guys that can't stay on the field, all of a sudden D Ford is like the healthiest defensive lineman on the whole team. Because like Kinlaw's like kind of out and like rehabbing, but playing, but rehabbing. Same with Bosa.
Yep.
Same with Ebukam. So all of a sudden there's kind of some things up in the air for the defense, but D Ford is just magically, he's back, baby.
I mean, we'll
see what happens. Second string has
looked
looked okay, though. Second string is looking okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading an article that was kind of funny. It was like this second string could easily start in the NFC East. I was like,
oh man,
roasted.
Like, ouch.
Catching strays over there.
Sorry,
I'm trying to let you guys talk about your fucking team over here, dude.
Just like
that was Niner talk. You got a little
Niners Nightly. Sorry,
getting
Niners
the Kings
Nightly.
a little bit.
Can we do another wipe, Colby, just for the
yeah?
for the
Here
stream?
we go.
All 70. You enjoy this right now. Boom.